Hey guys, and welcome to episode 3 of the CUTS pack. It's not its official name. Once again, still making up names for it. As I mentioned, I have completed the rail. Well, the rail itself, not the stations on either end. But the rail, if we look here, my map is showing up like it's not even there. You can see it come through here though. It comes down south from where we were, so about here, down these chunks, all the way to there, and then it turns. You can actually see the rail just a little bit there, and it goes all the way this way, and along here, just keeps on going until this chunk, and then it heads south, and it finishes here. So, we need a steam locomotive, and I've collected a lot of the stuff we needed for that. The first thing I need to make, though, is a couple of solid fuel fireboxes, which I went and got some blaze powder for some fire charges back from the other base, so you guys didn't have to deal with me travelling back and forward on a cart. So we have our solid fuel fireboxes. Now we need some high pressure tanks. And they go like that. I'm going to clear this out because it's distracting me. High pressure. There they are. We need hammer and wrench on the left. So, hammer and wrench. Perfect. 4 of these. And 2 carts, 2 solid fuel, and 2 of you. Excellent. So now we should have 1 steam locomotive. Yep. Perfect. Right. So over here what I've done is I've made some more wooden tubes. They all go underground under here and come back out over here and under again and to a fluid loader. Why? Because it's a steam locomotive, and steam locomotive want water. Need to push you under. There we go. And you should start filling with water. Perfect. But of course it also needs to be able to create steam. So we need to provide it with some fuel. And I need to get my crowbar. I also need to make another minecart, which I'm not sure that I have the materials for, actually. We'll see. What was I getting? Right. I was getting some fuel. We'll give it like 8 coal coke for now. That'll be plenty. But of course, this fluid loader exists because every time the train arrives, it will need to refuel on water. Because an empty water tank in a locomotive that's burning fuel, it will just totally explode. It won't be fun. So let's see if I can somehow swing a 15. That's going to be close. 1, 2, 3. I think it might just be perfect. Okay. So we need you guys there, and we need to turn them all into rods. And then we need to take 2 of those and turn those into rings. Oh. There. Okay. And then we need to put the rods there and the rings here. And a hammer there and a wrench here, and we get minecart wheels. And then we need to take 6 of these. I don't know why I grabbed 8, so I have slightly more than I thought, but not by much. I stick them in the hammer, and I put this iron back once the chest responds. Any second, there we go. How are we doing? Iron plates, and as you can see, that thing is working perfectly. We'll do that, and then we do a wrench and a hammer, and we get a new minecart. So that's how you make minecarts now. Pretty cool. And I also need a crowbar. I'm hoping this crowbar works and I won't have to make a railcraft one, but you never know. Need you to turn around, Mr. Locomotive. Oh, there we go. I'll put that there. What I'll do is I'll end up creating a loop here. I'll move this out of the way and create a loop so it can come back and attach onto the line when it's ready to move back. But for now I've just got that stop there and we'll just push it around manually. So I need to connect that. Can we do that? Yes, we can. Awesome. So let's hop in the cart and then go running. And go very fast. I'll be back once the engine has heated up. Burning through my coal coke like crazy, but we're ready to go. So let's go. Yeah. So now you get to see the entire line that I've done. This is all the bit that you saw. Zip on down the hill. I'll get Direwolf 20 off my head, I think. Move hat. There we go. Now we can see more. I love steam trains. How they make that little cute whistle. Covert Jaguar was onto it when he made these steam engines. Let's see how it's doing on fuel. 13, that's not bad. Although, look how quickly it just goes through that coal coke. I wonder if that's a bug. It's gotta be a bug. Or maybe it burns through it slower once it gets to the full temperature. It might just heat up quickly for the sake of not wasting everyone's time. We are on a server, so unfortunately there is a little bit of funny minecart ramming into the steam engine sometimes. But we're nearly there. Travelled over 1,000 blocks in a very short space of time. I'll have to slow this thing right down because I'm not sure what happens to steam engines when they derail, and the end of this rail does not have a stop to it. But let's put it up to twice. Oh yeah, that's going to turn left. Great. We've got SkySim and Cuts on the server at the moment actually, and SkySim's just making his part of the rail back to the farms. Nearly there. It's just across this bridge, but then I've got to kind of be onto it because the thing very suddenly ends. And I need to put a stop down, which is part of why we're taking this trip. No. Oh, idle please. Shut down in fact. Yeah, derailed, but it didn't break. I wasn't aiming directly at the steam engine when I tried to fish it out. There we go. Oh well. I have to go tell Cuts now about this in my hand. Hey, Cuts. We'll see if he can come for a ride with us. We've got a loot box. So we've got a magic mirror. This is our Thorncraft stuff. As I mentioned in the first episode that Cuts was doing all the Thorncraft stuff. Got a magic mirror, and we have somebody on the server who's doing a lot of exploration with a hand mirror, and they just send everything back into that hungry chest, which then gets piped down into these chests. You can use item pipes from Greg to move items around. So let's see if he's got an extra cart. Here's a work cart. Can we take that apart? We can. Great. I need... Yeah, we'll take the Railcraft coal coke. Hopefully he'll follow us. Hopefully the locomotive didn't lose all its water when that when I had to take it apart. It might have, and that'll be very annoying. But also need to remove that and put this down. Did you lose all your water? You did lose all your water. Okay, let's go find a bucket back at their base. Well, our base. I'll be moving the machines here very shortly, now that we finally have a working track. But we're going to have to build a station on both ends. He surely has a bucket somewhere. In here? Oh, there we go. Oh, he's run off. No, there he is. He's just not showing up on the minimap. He had a bucket all along. Should start running very, very soon. It's going to get there. I think as soon as the steam goes over this line, it starts to move. Well, maybe not. Maybe it's over halfway. Here we go. Now we've got a Cuts with us. So when we get back to the base, we actually have a big shopping list to do, because over at the farms, we need to build some forestry multi-block farms. So at the base I'm going to have to collect 18 gold, 16 bronze, 144 copper, I think I already have the copper, 70 tin, 40 redstone, a wrench, and they also need 12 tin gears, which is another 96 tin. So, shouldn't take too long, but I won't do all the mining with you guys on camera. I'll be back once I have all the materials from that trip. And we'll go over and help Skysim put together some forestry farms. Zoom zoom. I think this trip only takes a couple of minutes, which is nice because before it took like close to 10 minutes to get from one side to the other. That's a bit too much. I think more like 5. So this is significantly faster. It does do it on its own. Yeah, there is whistle tracks where if you put them down it will make the train whistle. But it seems like the train will just whistle on its own. I think it does it when its steam tank is full. No, maybe not. Oh. Poor cow. And we're almost already back. That's crazy. I'll preemptively slow it down this time. I don't want the locomotive to run into something and explode. I don't know how mean Jaguar is about how this locomotive reacts to hitting something very suddenly. But I think these track stops are intended for the train to just pop into them. So now we'll idle it so that it doesn't continue burning through its fuel like crazy. Ah, that's great. Glad he had fun. And I have some resin from my evaporator. All is well. So, I need some more track because I need to make that bend. And we need some rails and some rail beds like this. That will do just fine. And I also need, so that it can get onto the track, one of these, I think. Yes. No, one of those. So I need all of that and that. And we may as well make one of these just in case. A Y track. So that goes like that. So I need to get out of third person. Not very good at playing in anything else. Then we will put down the switch track and hit it with a crowbar. There we go. And that will do that. So I will give him Sorry about the lack of talking. I find it very hard to talk and type at the same time, and needed to answer Skyson because he is after a train after all. So I'm going to pop away now and go and get that that list of materials that Skyson wanted, and then I'll be back to keep playing or something. Be right back. Hey guys, and welcome back. It's the next day actually, and Skysim has already picked up his shopping list. Unfortunately, I think he was a little bit short because, as you can see here somewhere, it's already fallen off the text channel buffer thing. Log. There we go. That's the word. He didn't calculate for power or water transport or anything like that, so he now has the goods to make the multi-farms but nothing to actually link the multi-farms up with. So you may be seeing this giant steel tank here and wondering where that came from. Well, it's part of Skysim's shopping list. He wanted tin gears, 12 of them. And you do that in an alloy smelter with a mold gear if you want to save on materials. What I hadn't expected was that the alloy furnace or the alloy smelter would require so much steam just for a single gear. It takes about 150,000 millibuckets of steam, or 150 buckets of steam per gear in an alloy smelter. Which is ridiculous, and that little 32 bucket tank that I had, the Certus one, just wasn't able to cut it. The entire system obviously fills up with steam. These are full of steam, the pipes are full of steam. Then there was the 32 bucket thing, so it was using far more than was actually even in the system. So I needed a bigger buffer. And back at the base, over that way, CUTS has a thaumatorium set up, which I use to create steel using a conversion where you put, or you combine a iron nugget with one auto and you get a steel nugget out of it. And it takes a long time to do that because the alembics in that are slow, unfortunately, but not as slow as, or as costly as a bronze blast furnace. So there is always that. But now I used about a stack of steel to make this steel tank, which is now quite full of steam, and it's going to lose it all because we need to take this stuff down. But we're already at or close to 30 minutes, so before I do that, I think I'm actually going to cut the episode here, and then next episode, what we're going to do is we're going to pack up this mining area and send it all the way back, or pack up the machines at the very least, and build them back up over at the main base, because now that we have a working train track with an awesome steam train. So anyway, thank you all for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye bye!